Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So so just do you want to count it off, Derp, or?
No, you count it down.
All right. So on 3 then. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so sorry about that. Again, welcome to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix HD PS4 Ultra Deluxe D8 Nueve Super Supreme, all that fun jazz. But I'm Pessilist. Dessa is here to help me commentate this thing.
Hello.
And we're really just going to try to explain everything the best we can as we do it. So, we're starting out with orbs. Orbs are complete and utter garbage.
No, orbs are fun.
The
give me a
runner
second.
orbs are one of the highest reset points in this run for every category on every character, because these things just fly around like that, and we want to try to prevent that as much as possible. It is very hard. So all we're really trying to do is force the orbs to be knocked into each other or not fly away. And that's really all there is to it. It's pretty obnoxious. So the main thing about this game is you'll notice in the bottom left corner we have something called a command deck with a bunch of commands. And those are basically where all of the abilities, items, magic, everything from Kingdom Hearts 1 all go down there. Those orbs were awful, by the way. And the thing about these commands is that all of them actually have their own level along with Terra. So they will all level up as we use them. So speedrunning this game in general is all about leveling up certain commands and combining them together to make really strong abilities, and getting certain drops from certain enemies to get key abilities to go fast. Okay, so Dessa, want to explain this fight and how D-Links are awful?
Yeah. So, next fight, this fight, I think, we basically just had the first boss fight, and our main goal here is to collect a D-Link drop for Ventus. And yeah, as you can see, to use the D-Link for Ventus, and now has several commands which you can only use in that D-Link. You could have them like without using the D-Link as well, but you first have to obtain them in any way. What you want to do here is collecting a D-Link block, which is like just a block shaped like floor, like a wayfinders.
Got it. Second to last enemy. That's really bad RNG.
Oh, I was worried already. Yeah, and what those do is that you get some kind of power up and better commands for the D-Link. And with this particular one, you get haste, so Terra goes a lot faster while attacking.
Dessa, you're kind of quiet if you want to turn up your mic.
Okay, wait. I hope this is possible on mobile.
But yeah, that's really bad RNG. The D-Link level up drops are completely and utterly random. There is nothing you can do to speed that up. One of the highest reset points in the run is that fight if you don't get the Ven drop at all, or if you don't get it quickly. I certainly did not do it quickly, and because of that, you'll see my D-Link gauge is not fully filled, so I have to kill a couple floods to fill it back up, so I can use the Ven D-Link on the first boss. So, we're heading into Wheelmaster now. Wheelmaster, like most enemies in this game, is pretty much a major dickhead. There's not a lot of ways around that. So what we're going to do is step forward and then go into Ven's D-Link. Stepping forward means he will always open the fight by swinging at you like this. And then we just wail on him using the passive we got from Ven being level 1 to attack really, really fast. And this is where the fight is really crap. This next part is complete RNG. He can either jump up in the air like that or attack you. You want him to just wind up and attack you. This jumping animation is bad RNG.
The main thing is that, as you could see on beginner, you don't take any damage. So if he does his normal attack and not the jump, you could just like wail on him, and right now you have to time the finisher and just like do several hits while waiting for him to come down.
Yeah, that fight is it's very easy on beginner, but it's very RNG. You can lose 10 to 15 seconds if he's just being dumb. So we're going to Castle Dreams first. Mostly because of ways to level up commands, and our commands are just set up better for it. In this first force fight, we're going to go in Aqua's D-Link, and we want a level up for her, just like we got for Ven.
But if you don't get the Aqua D-Link drop in this fight, it's not...
Okay, I got it from the floods, we're good. Good RNG this time.
If you wouldn't have gotten it here, it wouldn't be as bad, because you can get it in the Snow White force fight and it doesn't cost that much time.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world if you don't get it in this force fight. But Ven in that first force fight, if you don't get it, it's basically a reset. Like, unless you're doing a race and don't really care. So we've gotten zero item drops at this point, which is kind of what I was afraid of.
You got a Wellspring.
Wellsprings don't matter. I'm going to pick up the Pulsing chest here for safety. Because if nothing else, I want the Air Combo Plus that'll give me in the next world. And it looks like drop luck's not going to be good this run. So Cindy, Dessa, wanna help me explain this crap?
Escorts, they are fun. Yeah.
Escorts are so much fun.
At least it's good, like...
Hey, Pulsing, that's something.
In my opinion, this is the best escort of those three. Compared to Jack and Snow White. But yeah, here you basically just want to keep those enemies and yourself away from Stingy, because if either you or the enemies are in front of her, she just stops for a random amount of time.
And I got a Shimmering drop, so this is automatically the best escort ever. Shimmering drops are incredibly important. We need 2 of them to get 3 fire boost for the final fights, or else you're going to lose a lot of time. So this next wave, we're starting out by doing shot lock on one of these guys, and then we just kind of pray. I didn't have to get the safety chest, now I'm sad. One thing we didn't really explain is these command styles. You'll see my command deck has critical impact written over it, and I'm doing a lot of big fancy attacks and glowing and all that stuff. Basically, the little meter above your commands fills up as you use attacks, and when it fills up to the top, you will either do a basic normal finisher, or you'll go in what's called a command style, which makes you glow and do certain elemental attacks and that sort of thing. This fight and most fights on beginner are all about getting into one of these styles as quickly as possible to try to do the fights very quickly. It's like this fight, these escorts in particular, you want critical impact basically the whole way.
Okay, I hope I could raise the volume, but I'm not sure about that. It seems like on mobile it's not that easy. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna quickly check something.
Okay, I guess I'll commentate this guy alone as I nearly forget the Thundera chest. So, Music Maestro is pretty simple. You just go up to him, use Sven's D-Link, and you do the same thing you did earlier. These instruments are a major pain. They can just randomly... If you get bad luck, they can just randomly hit you, and they do that, your fight's garbage. It's possible to kill him before he jumps like that. I've never gotten it. You'd have to ask Dessa when he gets back how you can possibly get it. Because he's done it, I haven't. But yeah, that's Castle of Dreams. That Castle of Dreams went fairly well. We got a fleeting drop, we got a shimmering drop. That's all I can really ask for. So we're going to use our shot lock to do some fancy movement to get this flame salvo chest. If you do shot lock to the left side to earn for 1 and the right side to earn for 2, you can just get up there.
That was triggered by your run, apparently.
And yeah.
Why?
And now we're going to get this fission fire chest just to sell it. We need the money. And the route changed right here, actually like 2 days ago. Where we now sell the Quick Blitz instead of melting it. And we buy a zero gravity here as well. So we meld Stun Edge and Zero Gravity to get our first Binding Strike, and to get Air Combo Plus with Pulsing. For some reason, Air Combo Plus saves a decent chunk of time. I don't know why, it just kinda does. And this force fight, we're going to use Aqua. You're going to see us use Aqua for a lot of force fights from now on. Because Magnet Thunder is insane in every KH game. And Aqua's D-Link's finisher just blows shit up. Just like that.
But we mainly use the thunder here not to get damage from the...
Hey, I got the other shimmering. This is a good run. You're going to notice I leveled up and I got a different finisher. I don't want to use that finisher because that finisher is much slower. Yeah, than the normal Aqua level 1 finisher. And yeah, we'll deal with that for the next menu, but for now we're heading over to Mirror. Magic Mirror is interesting because it's possible to what's called zero cycle him and kill him before he has any chance to retaliate, but it's mostly random. It's slightly more consistent with this new route that came in 2 days ago with the sliding dash, but it's still pretty rare. So we're going to start out with the sliding dash, 1-2 binding strike, and then we're just going to wail on him. He flew away, so it's not possible for me to zero cycle him. And damage is pretty low. That's pretty bad luck. Still not a bad fight though. Okay. Okay, I'm assuming Dessa's not back or he would say something.
Hello?
You're kinda sorta back?
I'm kinda sorta back.
So, Yensid's tower is all menus. We're going to do a lot of stuff. So first, Aqua, level 1 finisher, like I said, or level 2 finisher is slow, it doesn't do as much damage. Then we're going to change our Keyblade, equip the 0 gravity we bought, equip 2 level 1 fires so that they can level up, equip the cure we just got out of our chest, the air slide, flame salvo, shot lock.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, yeah, I think that it's been kind of quiet.
I mean, you're pretty quiet for me, and I'm assuming the audio is coming from my desktop, so...
I can't fix it on my phone right now. I tried to download another device and it's great.
So, a couple cutscene worlds, and we're going to Radiant Garden, which I think is the longest world in the run. I'm not actually sure about that. So, pretty much every force fight from now on, we're going to do Aqua D-Link. Because Magnets, Mind Squares, and Thunders are very powerful, along with your finisher. Now, then going to use a bit of a shot lock to try to finish this wave off without much trouble. Go back into Aqua's D-Link, get a quick finisher. When you kill 2 of these red chilies, the last wave will spawn. Then Magnet, wait a bit, and finisher should finish. It didn't, close enough. Okay, so drops were very good this run, so I already have my 3 shimmerings for the 3 fire boost. And I'm going to have my pulsing for the finish plus I get from melting these things, or finish boost, my bad. So we're going to set up our command with these fire boosts and the finish boosts, going into Trinity armor up ahead. But first we have a bit of grinding to do. There's going to be a lot of grinding in this world as we set up our level, because we need to be level 20 by the time we get to Terra, which is the final boss. And also we need our commands to level up in a certain way to meld everything that we need. So the grinding here and after Trinity armor both serve that purpose. So we're going to kill those guys in Fountain, come over here, kill a couple more guys, and that's pretty much all that's going on until Trinity. I could have done that better. We use the shot lock on these guys because that Mandrake is underground, and the shot lock's the best way to get to him. So, Trinity armor. Oh dear. Dessa, do you know how to explain this?
I think I would know, but right now I try to fix the volume. I'll be right back.
Yeah, this fight is a pain. Basically, we're trying to get into Firestorm as quickly as possible, and then we're trying to use the Firestorm finishers like this to break him apart fairly quickly. It looks like he's going to fall apart before I can do the second finisher, which isn't actually ideal. I'm going to have to do the second finisher anyway on this guy. Just waiting a split second for safety. So he always does this after he breaks apart. He's invulnerable when he does it. And now we just do some more Firestorm combos on him. We can just eat this laser damage without much of a problem, because on beginner you take chip damage if anything. And the swag Firestorm finisher, you're supposed to actually kill him with Shotlock afterwards, but if you can get the Firestorm finisher, then hey, that's slightly faster. So now we're going to come this way. Oh yeah, Trinity armor on crit is a pain. A lot of things on crit is a pain. But anyway, we're going to do a bit more shopping. As we buy 1 Binding Strike and 3 Magnets. All of these Binding Strikes are going to be melted later. Same with the Magnets. And this is our longest grinding section in the run. These combos are actually very specific. I Magnet, Thunder, Finisher this first wave. Then I Mind Square, wait a second. Magnet, wait for the birds to come in, then use the Finisher. And then I go over here, Magnet, Thunder, Finish, Revert, and I should have enough D-Link to do it again. So I need... What do I need to level up still? 2 fires... And it looks like that's it.
Gather. Thunder. Want some? Take that.
So we do this 4 times total in order to get, I believe, level 13 at the end of it.
Gather.
We would also ordinarily be looking for item drops, specifically Shimmerings and Fleetings. I already have all the Shimmerings I need, so we're not worried as much about that.
Gather. Thunder. So long.
Fleetings are nice though, we got another one there. That's very helpful. Like I said, these attacks I'm doing are actually very specific.
Gather.
In order to do this quickly enough to have enough D-Link at the end to just go do it again. And also to be able to kill stuff just without reverting. And the reason you delay a little bit on the magnet here is because you want to kill the birds. The birds give a bit more XP, have a chance to drop shimmerings, and they can also swoop in here and steal these orbs to make your life harder. So you want them dead. Okay, so now we're going to make our last Fyra. We're going to make a couple Magneras and hope they get a useful random ability attached to them. And we'll put an attack haste on Kira. So the rest of this run is going to be spamming fire and magnet, essentially. As we're going to go back in this room and do this one more time. Wow, I'm going to have all the attack haste in the world this run. I'm going to have like 4 or 5, which is really good. Level 14, I think we're doing well on levels. This is going fine. We didn't skip anything in Escort either, so I think that's going well. So now we head towards Bragg, kill a couple waves on the way there. Whatever. If you don't kill everything, it's fine, you can get the XP back a bit later. But yeah, Bragg. Bragg is pretty much bullcrap, and he's completely random. So at the start, he'll go to the top, he'll shoot at me a couple times. Then it's all RNG. If you get very lucky, you can kill him one cycle, which means he won't go up and shoot at you again. I already screwed this up because I didn't get a full shot lock on him, so there's zero way that's happening. He actually hasn't given me a good pattern in a while. I don't have a full shot lock. That's fine. I should do a BBS tutorial. I appreciate the compliment at least. Alright, so that's Radiant Garden. All our grinding is done. We just have a tiny bit before Neverland later, and it's all about going quickly now. So the worlds that open up for us now are Disney Town, Olympus Coliseum, and Deep Space. We're going to Disney Town first because Disney Town is the best world and has the best minigame. And if you think otherwise, you're just wrong. So, welcome to Kingdom Carts. It's Mario Kart, but you're riding a Keyblade, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty lame. And by lame, I mean awesome. We just take that shortcut and hug the wall on these tornadoes and hope they don't hit us, and that's the whole split. If you don't get sub 2, it's a reset, and we got bad voice clip RNG. It's actually very easy to lose this race because the rubber banding is absolutely ridiculous. I'll go for it. Hey, got it. I haven't gotten that in a run forever. So, the rubber banding in this game in this minigame is ridiculous, and because of that, when you cross the starting line, one of the ducks is going to just randomly pass you and do their voice clip, therefore voice clip RNG. It's later alligator, don't mind me, and yada 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 or something. Later alligator is the best. We got pretty bad voice clip RNG, and that's all that really matters. Rumbling Racing sucks because we didn't get that good RNG. Don't get later alligator reset. Like I said, it's very easy to lose this race, which just instantly kills your run. Because if I hit a tornado right here, then the run's dead. It's that simple. But yeah, it's Rumbling Racing. It's pretty straightforward. We'll see if I got the sub 2 or if I have to reset. I have to reset, guys. I'm sorry. It's been fun, but gotta reset. Also, I accidentally loaded the wrong profile, so there are a couple cutscenes there. If you actually have to set up different files for each of the 3 characters to where one story is completed per file so that you can skip that cutscene. I kinda loaded the wrong file because I was practicing beforehand. So I actually forgot on that first wave I started doing Aqua D-Link in this fight, but both approaches are pretty close to the same speed. I'm just slightly more comfortable with Aqua, as this is pretty much the game from now on. As we're going to spam magnets, we're spamming fires, we're spamming Aqua D-Links, and we're spamming shot locks. And we do all of that to just try to be as efficient as possible. So, tournaments. Tournaments, you actually do pretty specific combos. First round, you do shot lock. And I didn't do enough. Feels bad, man. I just lost like 10 seconds of that, lol. But rounds 1, 2, and 4, you do play shot locks. And the rest of them, you're doing magnet fires. You're trying to set it up where you're using the Firestorm finisher on a couple waves specifically. Where I want to use the finisher on the wave after this one, and we'll get to do that. And then we do it again and try to set it up where our Firestorm finisher will be used on the second to last wave. Okay, that's fine. And then the last wave are a bunch of jellyfish. These jellyfish are low-key the worst enemy in the game because they can do that, and they don't give a fuck. I just got banned, sorry. So, before we fight Zack, we're going to meld everything we've been building up to. All these binding strikes and Firas we've been doing are going to become fire surges. So we're going to equip those and the Cura we melded earlier. Yeah, Terra Beginner is a lot of fun. So, Zack phase 1, we do 2 shot locks, and then we fire surge into death.
Come on, let's go. So long.
Yeah, I said a naughty word, I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry, I ruined everything. Wow, everyone's in chat today. So, phase 2, he's going to start by DMing. We shot lock through this. It also does a decent amount of damage. And then you're going to see Ven for the last time, so say hi to Ven, and prepare to say bye to him too while you're at it. This is the last time he's useful. Sometimes you can attack fast enough where he doesn't retaliate. I don't know what makes him do that. So yeah, say bye to Ven, he's no longer with us. So go to Deep Space, equip the Mark of the Hero Keyblade, which is the reason we go to OC before Deep Space. And now it's the hardest fight in the game, guys. I really have to concentrate on this. Like, I'm going to ask for serious time. Okay, we made it. But no, you just spam X. It's pretty lame. So this fight is really obnoxious. We're pretty much using magnets and fire surges in these force fights from now on. And they are a pain. But this one went really well. It didn't. Great. Well, that's bad luck. And that we miss out on the XP on that guy too. That guy's gimmick is if you hit him in the front, instead of the back, he does that. But when they're in magnets, that doesn't apply. So that's the first time he's ever done that to me on that force fight. So that sucks. It was a good fight otherwise. So we're going to do some fancy movement over here to get up this platform without hitting the switch. You're supposed to hit that switch, do 0 gravity and all sorts of crap. We don't want to do that, so we're just going to Enchanted Step our way up. It's super cool and super speedy. Okay, experiment. So, want to talk about RNG? Welcome to the experiment fight. It is possible to get what's called gunless. This guy's DM is basically to get in one of these guns in the background and shoot at you. You can kill him before he does that, and it saves 15 seconds, but it's completely random. whether he will go into these guns or not. I did not get gunless. I also didn't get the full second shot lock off, so this fight's pretty bad. But it's complete RNG.
Let's go. Say goodbye.
As all you do is spam the shot locks and pray, basically. So, cool, this is going pretty well. We're off to Neverland for pretty much the worst force fight in the game. I don't understand it, Rebel doesn't understand it, KH fan doesn't understand it. For some reason, having 2 fire boosts seems to be faster here, it's a mess. But all you're really trying to do is more magnet fire surge spam. And use the Firestorm finisher on this ape, which will spawn the birds, which you hope to capture in the magnet, and Fire Surge away. So now that I have the finisher, I want to hit at least 2 of these guys. Cool. And that was a really good fight. I think that's a gold split for me. It's a Sakachi, that's the only explanation I have, pretty much. So, last shopping trip of the run, we're going to sell our magnets. We don't need them anymore. Then we'll buy 3 fire surges and mega ethers. A bunch of them. So you can equip a second dash here that I always forget the name of to go through rocks a tiny bit quicker up ahead. I do not. I think myself and KH Fan are the 2 runners who don't equip it. So, last grinding of the run, we need to get to level 18 and then 330 to 320 away from level 19. We are very slightly under level, but it's perfectly fine. We should be able to get it all in this room. That's pushing it. 333 is really pushing it. I'm just going to be safe. We want that specifically, so the fight after this one, we can get to level 20. Okay guys, you ready to see the villain of this whole game? What this all has been building up to? This guy. We must burn him alive. He is the villain who has started all of this.
You won't stop me.
Die.
You're done. Say goodbye.
You deserve everything you're getting to, you bastard.
So long.
In all seriousness, if you have 3 fire boosts, he dies in 2 shot locks. If you have less than that, he dies in 3. That's about the only thing interesting about that fight. So this fight we have a bunch of jellyfish. We're just going to go in and out of Aqua's D-Link to kill them very quickly. And because we did the grinding beforehand, we should hit level 20 at the end of it. We'll say that was planned.
Gather.
See, level 20, strength increase. Alright, we're good. So anyway, that's the fun part of the run done. We're now entering the final boss rush. And these fights suck. They suck on beginner, they suck on crit, they just suck. So, first up is the Master Jedi Ericus. The Ericus strat is very simple and very, very scary. Because literally, we're going to go in there and spam fire surges. And hope he doesn't kill us first. And that's the strat. This is literally the strat. Because we have a bunch of attack haste, we can do this non-stop instead of using dark impulses and normal attacks in between. When he will counter after 1 or 2 attacks every time. And that can happen. That's why that strat's scary. Even on beginner, he can very easily kill you. I ran away to heal and he just jumped on top of me. Not a lot I can really do there. Only thing I could have done is heal sooner. Which probably wouldn't have been a bad idea, but I thought I could kill him. Oh well. That's a better fight. Like I said, these final bosses are really, really bad. On beginner, they are run records. On crit, they are world records. A lot of people refuse to run crit for Terra just because of these 4 fights back to back to back, and I can't blame them. So before final fights, we're going to equip Chaos Ripper, and we're going to equip these Mega Ethers we got earlier. So these tornadoes are weird. When the original PS4 port, 60 FPS broke them and they went really fast. They patched that, thankfully. And the way they work is just if you go near one, it will go after you. So if you quickly go between all of them, like none of them have time to actually chase you down. It's actually really simple movement. If you get sucked into one of those, you have to do a long fight, and it's just a pain. Speaking of pains, Vanitas is that and more. So, Xehanort and Vanitas are here. We just have to kill Vanitas. The problem is he teleports around, and he keeps dodging our shot locks, and it's just bad. Case in point. Finally got him the DM. Okay, quick DM. But again, he's avoiding all my crap. So that fight was eh. Xehanort is pretty simple. If the fight goes well, you can kill him in like 20 seconds. Just dash forward, fire surge, fire surge, fire surge. Then fire surge, hit him a few times, fire surge. Hope he doesn't jump away. He jumped. And then you get into Charge Blade, and this is what Charge Blade does. Okay, and now it's everyone's favorite fight in the run. So, this guy. We are literally going to spam shot locks and pray. That is the strat. If you have 3 fire boosts, you can do a good amount of damage. If you got unlucky and you have anything less, this fight can go on a long time. These Mega Ethers we bought earlier, all they do is they refill our focus gauge so that we can spam more shot locks. And the reason we bought so many of them is because you can only carry 3. He's DMing, damn it. This is pretty bad. And the reason we bought so many of them is you can only carry 3 into a fight, but if you die, if you were to die during the fight, you don't actually respawn with the amount of ethers you walked in with. You respawn with how many you had left after the ones you used in the attempt that you died, because this game is dumb. So we need at least 6 of them, so in case you die here, you can actually do the fight without repeating all the final bosses again. His DM is a pain. You just get in the corner, you block it, you hope. He should die here. It's time when he dies. Time. And that's Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Terra. Beginner any percent. 52 is actually a really good run. For a no reset marathon environment, that's really good. And now we get to watch him grow his magical cape. That's very important to the plot. So, yeah, we reached the donation incentive for me to show you these fights on crit. Yeah, it's fine, dude. Dear, so this is going to suck. Yeah, it's 52 something. 52 is a very good time for a marathon no reset environment. My PB is a 50-36. But with a death, that's a pretty good time. That might have been close to PB if I didn't die, but whatever. So I don't know why I agreed to do this. Because if I was going to do this, I may as well have ran crit. But, you know. That's the wrong save. Wrong save, hold up. But, yeah, the incentive was the final boss rush you just saw on crit. I'm not going to do Ericus, I'm just going to do the 3 in Keyblade Graveyard. Because including Ericus in this would make this go overly long. So these fights on crit, I am level 1 by the way, are world records. People absolutely refuse to run this category because of these guys. And there's good reason behind that. But I'll try to show them off the best I can. So Vanitas is actually pretty fun, but very annoying. We're going to go into Peter Pan's D-Link and do jump attacks to try to get to his finisher. Xehanort is being kind to me today. Most of the time he'll jump around and get in your face and try to murder you, and then we watch him die. Level 1 in this game has some weird hidden properties, where it boosts the amount of damage you do per hit. So, since the Peter Pan finisher, you do a bunch of hits, enemies just instantly die. So, Xehanort is a pushover on beginner. He is a major pain on crit. We're going to do some specific combos here to try our best to stun lock him. But there's no guarantees that'll work, as we're trying to do 2 Thunder Surge, 2 hits Blizzard. Then a couple hits, a couple Thunders, 2 to 3 Thunder Surges, and just a bunch of attacks to get to the Thunderbolt finisher. And hope he's still next to us when you do it. But the story behind this strat is okay, that happened. That's unfortunate. There was nothing I could do about that. That is why people refuse to run this game. Yeah, there are no Cinderella strats. Cinderella was routed out because this way you can have an extra Thunder Surge, which helps us in the Terra fight. The funny story is, the whole reason I routed Cinderella out is because Dessa was trying to run this game at one point, and he got to this fight, realized he didn't level up Cindy, and was just trying to do the fight with 4 Thunder Surges. So I got curious and tested like what would be the best way to do that. Then I figured out that you could do it with the 5 Surges, and it was actually as fast, if not faster than Cindy. Because both strats rely on a decent amount of RNG to actually loop him. And yeah, he wasn't doing this to me in practice. I better one try Terra at this rate. What I've died to twice now is this asshole's DM, where he just jumps around forever and tries to do things. You can see how little damage you do with normal attacks. On crit, it's pretty silly. But yeah, his DM is really hard to dodge. He just hasn't been DMing me in practice, and of course he does it to me while I'm on stream. So, Blade Shards you're not really trying to get into, but like it doesn't really hurt. Because the fight's pretty slow anyway. Well, now what you were actually waiting for, we can get to Terranort. Terranort on level 1. Oh boy. Oh boy, is this a treat. I don't even know how to describe this fight. It is complete RNG murderation is all this fight is. Where we're trying to get him to do R's like that so we can do 2 Thunder Surges between attacks. In a technically ideal fight, he would do that literally forever. Which isn't feasible, but we can always hope. This R's is pretty decent too, but it's a bit harder to time it. So now he's starting to do the right pattern for us. And really this fight is all about Thunder Surging when he gives us the opportunity to without getting murdered. He cures 3 times no matter what you do. It's basically an extended health bar, like he's done curing the rest of the fight. On beginner, it's possible to skip those cures if you're fast enough. On crit, forget that. So his DM on crit is a real pain, because it can murder you very, very quickly. Essentially, you get in a corner and you try to shot lock him. If you're out of shot lock, you get in the corner and you try to block, because you do have renewal block in the crit speedrun. You have renewal block renewal block, second chance, and once more, which are all very, very necessary. And we just do this forever. When he does this, we shot lock to avoid it. Then he's going to do the R's attack afterwards. We try our best to punish it, but depending on how long you shot lock, that can be easy or hard. This would be annoying in the speedrun because he's just about dead, but I have to be safe to DM because the rocks can come out from under me. But see, just get in a corner, you block. That's really bad luck for me. He's just shot locking me without. I cannot lock onto him right now, or I will die. I'd have to wait. And there's Terranort. Very much a pain in the ass. Not easy at all. My first ever quote-unquote speedrun of Terra Crit, when I was making saves, I was at this fight for over 90 minutes, trying to learn it. At least I one-tried Terranort, even if Xehanort was an asshole. But yeah, that is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Terra, both beginner and crit, I suppose. If you have any interest in running Birth by Sleep, Terra beginner is a great category and a lot of fun. Terra crit, not so much. So yeah, who's actually next? It is Full Shock with Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. So you like movement tech, stay tuned, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of it. So thanks for watching. Please stick around. And yeah, take care guys. Have a good day. And have a good rest of the marathon.